Welcome to a new year. Recently, the National Brain Injury Australia Conference was held in Adelaide. Many came from across Australia and overseas to share findings, current research, experiences and new technology around brain injury. Over the next few weeks, we will talk to many conference attendees to get their perspective on their current work. In this show, we hear what SA Care does to support South Australians, and also why people attended this National Brain Injury Australia conference. But first, Sam Boag of I Can Jump Puddles talks about the confusing circumstances of her brain injury experience.
I had a quite significant bike accident in 2016 and had multiple facial fractures and arms and hands and scapula and the works, and got shipped off to a private hospital and no real follow-up with my brain and my head. So I haven't got a formal diagnosis of a brain injury, but I definitely have noticed since that accident significant changes in me.
So, surely there's an opening for you to be able to go to a doctor and say, test my brain, what's going on?
Yeah, I think there is, but life goes on, and I think for me, I blamed age with my memory and not being able to concentrate, my moods, just sort of, typical menopausal woman changes, but probably should go and get a follow-up, but I never even got a referral path to a concussion clinic or anything at the time.
So you had an accident. Were you hit by a car or something, or did you come off your bike? What happened?
Yeah, so I did triathlon, and it was the day before the Victor Harbour triathlon. It was a beautiful day, and we just went for a practice ride, and the pack that I was with, one of the cyclists came down, and then I was in the pack, and being not a great cyclist, I fell straight on my head and my face. So I was in the ambulance and in at the RA for about 24 hours, and then they shipped me down to Flinders Private for the facial surgery.
Well, they did a beautiful job, by the way, but I do want to say that I really think it's something that you could do because, as you said, age is onsetting, and it's better to get hold of this at the beginning before it magnifies into anything else.
Yeah, no, I think my family have certainly seen changes in me, so it probably is worth going and just getting a check out of what's going on, and hopefully it isn't anything too significant, but like I said earlier, I struggle to read now. I have to do audio books because I can't concentrate. It's not that I can't read, it's just that I can't concentrate. And if you're ever going to send me an email, just keep it a paragraph or I won't read it.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like a cognitive issue for sure. But as in my experience, it's something that you can overcome. It's something that you can teach yourself again, but you need the knowledge to do so. So you said you're also involved with SA Care. I mean, with I Can Jump Puddles. Would you like to speak about that organisation and the services that it brings?
So I started I Can Jump Puddles in 2016. 2017, so a year later. Wow. I worked at another disability organisation as a physiotherapist and mostly in the paediatric space. But I had to take a significant amount of time off from that job after my bike crash because I have headaches and not being able to stay awake. So then I was quite passionate though about working for myself and and that's why I started I Can Jump Puddles, and we now do mostly therapy supports and really are about empowering people to live their best life.
So tell me, did your experience inspire the formation of I Can Jump Puddles, and tell me how your experience did influence your decision to do so?
Yeah, so I think my experience of just really passionate about really holistic care and systems working better together. I think my experience has shown that there's gaps and that's not okay. And really you can slip through the cracks, and that's what Puddles is all about, is making sure that you don't slip through the cracks. And it's so important to not just, access NDIS, but you need to have the medical system working for you, the school, the workplace, everything. And I'm also very passionate about neurodiversity and accepting people for who they are, because everyone's got huge potential.
That sounds wonderful. I think a peer-based approach. I think an approach that is based in experience has so much more value, has so much more salience, has so much more appropriate responses than those that are driven by commercial interests. So my hat off to you, darling. I think you're doing a great job. Really, I do.
I guess one other thing is I've just recently started a not-for-profit that's advocacy for children and families, which we haven't launched yet, but again, it's a family and peer-led organisation, so that's my passion.
And do these children have needs, or?
Yeah, for children with developmental delays and disabilities, but really peer-led as well, getting parents who have walked that, you've got to have that experience.
Wow, I'm so glad to meet you. Thank you so much for sharing your story and that of I Can Jump Puddles.